Resume share. There we go. Okay. So item number 1 is to receive members' apologies for absence.
Thank you, Chairman. I've received an apology for absence from Councillor Hill.
Okay, thank you. Item number 2 is to receive members' declarations of disclosable pecuniary, non-disclosable pecuniary, or non-pecuniary interests in relation to any agenda item. Anyone? I will declare on, find where it is, application F/YR20/0654, which is on land northeast of 16 Colville Road. That is land adjacent to my house. Okay. Right. Item number 3 is to confirm for signature by the chairman when possible the minutes of the meeting of the Planning and Community Infrastructure Committee held on the 20th of July 2020. Could I have a proposer and a seconder, please?
I propose.
Seconder, please.
Yes, I can do that for you.
Thank you. Okay. Item number 4 is open forum / public participation to receive any representations from members of the public.
Just to report, Chairman, I did have a representation in respect of F/YR20/00540, which I have forwarded to members. Members haven't received it. I'm happy to read it out. It's fairly brief, but
I did just see it. If you would read that out for us, please.
Yeah, sure. It says, in respect of the above planning application, which is, say, 54 of 2020, namely amendments to the proposed highways at Meadowgate Lane. Although the amendments would give improved access along Meadowgate Lane, I am concerned that this would result in the loss of trees and hedges. Also, it does not alter the fact that this is a departure from the Wisbech East BCP, and my original statement, which was also forwarded to members, still stands. I would therefore urge Wisbech Town Council once again to not support this application. And on the application schedule, you'll see I've put in the, or included the, yes, I'll put in the note in terms of the previous decision of the committee. Chairman.
Lovely, thank you very much. Item number 5 is to consider any planning related issues in terms of Fenland District Council schemes, projects, services or policies.
There's nothing to report under agenda item 5 nor 6.
Okay. Item number 7 is correspondence. The clerk to report on matters of relevance to the committee, including a consultation from Kings Lynn and West Norfolk Borough Council in respect of an outline application for proposed industrial units on land north of 4 to 6 Lynn Road, Walsoken.
Yeah, this obviously I've just drawn this to members' attention because we're being consulted as a neighbour to the application site. This application was considered by the committee 2 or 3 months ago, but at that time it included a workplace home. That element appears to have been removed, but at that time, even including the workplace home, Wisbech Town Council supported the application. Chairman.
Lovely, thank you. Right, on to our application. Oh, my camera's turned off.
So I'm assuming, Chairman, that members are happy to continue to support.
Yes. Yeah, if everyone's, I think, yeah, if it's respectful now.
Yeah, I'm good with it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Thank you.
I've got no issue with that. I had a look at the plans earlier today. As long as they adhere to what highways say, yeah, no problem at all.
Yeah, that was what I thought. Okay, so we're all happy with that. So on to the applications. So our first one is a hybrid application. This is to erect up to 10 self-build dwellings. It's an outline application with matters committed in respect of access and full planning permission for construction of internal road layouts on land south of Meadowgate Academy, Meadowgate Lane, Wisbech. This is a revised proposal. The revision is amendments to the proposed highway works on Meadowgate Lane, Wisbech. When considering this application previously, the consultation response from this committee was object to the proposal on the basis that the residential development of this site would be contrary to both the Wisbech East Broad Concept Plan and to Fenland Local Plan Policy LP7. The proposed access to the site is inadequate to serve further residential development. So this is the one we had correspondence from the member of the public on, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. So look. Let's see if we've got the last one. We've got lots on here. Okay. So look, we've got some public comments. There's concerns that 100 yards of hedgerow will be lost. Habitat loss will not be consistent with council policy, which is to protect the environment and especially hedgerows and associated wildlife. Most vehicle access beyond Meadowgate School is relatively rare. Increased vehicle movements at popular times would run the risk of destroying the nature of the lane in question and pose more risk to current users. This would extend the times. This is exactly the time. Yeah, so access to the school is relatively busy between 8:15 and 9:15 in the morning. This is exactly the time many vehicles would be exiting the proposed new developments. It is noted that the intention is to build 10 new, larger properties on the site and are likely to attract families with multiple vehicles. Of course, it's going to, yeah, also claiming there's going to be issues with work access, with materials arriving, etc. This comment, so they believe that this conflicts with the Wisbeach's BCP. That's pretty much the same as the last one. So it would appear that residents are mostly against it. It's the same again. Narrow lane, not yet. Yeah, okay. So the comments from residents that we received are overwhelmingly against it. Let's have a look at proposed highway layout, road construction details. Okay, so existing access is here. The proposed new entrance is this one on the right-hand side. So they want to widen the road with new curbs and storm drainage, match to existing levels. So look. Let me just see if we've got the original plan, proposed site plan. So I don't think they've. Let's have a look. Yeah, revision is amendments to the proposed highway works. So I don't think the actual application for what they want to build has changed. Proposed new access. To be honest, I'm happy to stick with our previous comments because I think it's still going to be a bit of a spanner in the works for the Wisbeach East BCP. I don't really think that the changes they've made to the highways have given enough for us to look at it and approve it, to be honest, because I don't think that's a significant enough change. And I think it's too contradictory to the broad concept plan and the local plan. So I'm personally going to stick with the original comment for me, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it is a lane. It's Meadowgate Lane at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I'm with you, Chairman, at the end of the day.
I just think there's going to be too much of an increase in traffic. It's as you say, it's small country lane.
Large Arctic lorries coming down there as well, past the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like if it were to go through,
they developed the road, but if they developed the road and made Meadowgate Lane a more substantial road, then you could see planning coming off down there. But with how the road is at the moment,
I think, to be honest, I think it's to approve it would be compromising the broad concept plan and possibly safety, because parking outside schools is like, and you got kids coming out at the end of school days and works lorries in and out.
I've done Meadowgate School, so yeah, I know what it could be like.
Yeah, exactly.
Chaos. Mini buses queuing to get in there to pick people up. and there'd be no way an Arctic lorry would be able to come past this. Yeah, school
Yeah.
time, especially they have to queue up. They have to queue up. You can't. The kids can't come out. They'll come out at the same sort of time, and you have to get there and queue up. So they're getting there, even though the children don't come out till 3:15. You've probably got minibuses queuing up to get into the school at 2:45.
Yeah.
And it does cause problems. So yeah, I'm with you, Chairman.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to add, or any disagreements?
No, I mean, I think what we said before is still the same. I mean, okay, they've changed the access slightly, but it still doesn't alter the fact that it's the broad concept LP7 that we were objecting to basically at the last time. So I'm with you, Chairman.
All right. So I think if we, Terry, if we could keep the original comments, do we still want to? So we still want to go with the objection on the basis that it would be contrary to BCP and the local plan. Do you also want to keep the comment about it, the site access being inadequate to serve further residential development? Should we keep both original comments then?
Yeah.
Yep. All
Okay.
right. Same comments then, please, Terry.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Lovely. That's that one. Okay, the next one is to erect 2 dwellings, and this is 2-story, 3 beds, and a bin store at plots 7 and 11 on land west of 114 to 116 Elm Road, Wisbech. Comment from highways, viability, photo. Okay, so we have a comment from highways. Okay, highways have no objections subject to highway conditions imposed for planning consent. Okay, so this is what they're proposing here. That's quite nice. Right. So that's a bin store. That's a very bog standard bin store, nothing fancy. Okay, so it's these 2 plots here. So it's already a residential area. It's just these to the right here that they want to build on next to the existing ones. It's planning drawing 4. Yeah, so quite big plots. I can't see any particular problem because it's all going to be in keeping with it, and it's already a developed housing area. They've got the space for the parking there as well. I can't see anything that would give me any cause for concern with this, to be quite honest.
No, I'm the same. I think it looks good to me.
Yeah, I mean, existing housing development, and they just want to add 2 more. There's the space for it. There's the space for the parking. I can't see anything to object to particularly, unless anybody feels any different.
I think there's adequate room.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, you can see from the plan, it's just going to be another semi with two parking bays in the land to what they've already got. So I don't have any problems with that.
No, I'm good with it.
No, everyone in agreement with that one then?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Billy, I've just realised your camera's off. I was going to ask you to start video. There we go. Okay. So the next one there is, and the next one is the change of use from retail A1 to tattoo studio sui generis at 19 Old Market, Wisbech. Documents. KCC, heritage statement, floor plan, application form. Okay. Very basic floor plan. There's not much to see, is there? So. Rear access, no external area occupied, included in, I think occupied, does that say? Included in application. So not altering the floor plan, just a change of use. The site is currently vacant. It's previously a gaming shop. Is this Seventh Heaven?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Well, it's already going to have the existing infrastructure, isn't it? That's it's a full planning application submitted to Fenland District Council for the change of use. The two use classes are very similar, and the proposal does not seek any internal or external alterations. No layout changes are proposed. The change of use will not conflict with surrounding use classes, which comprise a barber shop, chemists, residential flats. Obviously, there's the bank and pubs there and stuff, so it's not going to be a major difference. Property is in fair condition. That's that one. So this is the historic Camden historic environment. They have no objections or requirements for the development. It's pretty bog standard, isn't it? Because like they say, there's very little difference in terms of usages there. It's still going to be a shop of sorts. So I can't see anything to object to with that one at all. That one's relatively straightforward. I'm quite happy with that one if everyone else is.
Yeah,
Yeah, no problem with that one.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, and the next one is to erect up to 9 dwellings, and this is an outline application with matters committed in respect of access involving demolition of existing buildings at 134A Ramneth Road, Wisbeach. I presume this is up by Rowson's garage, because the applicants are Mr. and Mrs. Rowson.
That's the old garage site, isn't it?
I haven't been down Ramneth in quite a long time, actually. So
yeah, it's a big lump of land in the back where Terry's got his garage and then around the
Yeah.
and
highways. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got some recommendations from highways, which is, yeah, there's a few recommendations there. Okay, so highways have made a few recommendations about access to it, just to make sure they have sufficient access. And so the ones that are up to 9 dwellings. So yeah, it's a bigger plot of land than I'd realised, actually. Okay, so existing access is to be altered, so that's over at this end, and they will go all the way out to Churchill Road. So
yeah, it goes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes right back to the dual carriageway.
yeah, it does.
So long as highways and they're happy with the access in and out of Ranland Road.
See, it's already a residential area, isn't it? So it's just
yeah.
So it says neighbour consultee comments. I can't see anything majorly wrong with it. I think as long as highways are satisfied that it's got sufficient access, because that seems to be the only thing that could go against it at the moment is the highways access, because it looks like they are struggling a little bit for something that's going to be viable. So for me personally, I would say if subject to highways, as long as highways are happy. I mean, we haven't got any floor plans to look at or anything at this stage, so we can't really comment on the actual buildings themselves. I would say subject to highways being happy with the access, they've got safe and sufficient access. We've got nothing to go against it for. How does everyone else feel about that?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, so we'll support that one, please, Terry.
Yeah. Subject to highways being satisfied.
Yeah, subject to highways being satisfied. Yeah, perfect.
Just got popped to the loo, Jimmy.
All right, thank you. Do you want me to wait for you, Billy, or? I'll be back. We'll wait for him quickly. So the next one is to erect offices within commercial building for use of existing business at Unit 2, 51 Algors Way. So look. So that's location plan, proposed site plan. Okay, so they submitted a revised one then, so that is, we get rid of those two and we'll go to the revised proposal.
I'll come back.
Okay, so this one, Billy, is to erect offices within commercial building for use of existing business at Unit 2, 51 Algors Way, Wisbech. Okay, so just with the wording, so what they want to do is to erect offices with it. So inside the, is it in a pre-existing building that they're putting offices inside of?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
They're just subdividing the internal space.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure about the wording.
Says erect offices within commercial buildings. So
yeah. So it's an existing building. I can't see any changes to the footprint of it.
just putting a mezzanine in and then putting some additional office space in.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got no problem with that.
No, neither I. Looks
I
good to me.
can't see anything. Yeah, I mean it's already existing. It's barely changing anything. It's just the inside, isn't it? So I don't have any issues with that. So we'll support that one, Terry. It's nice when they're nice and simple like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Next one is variation of conditions 3 and 6 of planning permission, which is the erection of industrial unit for use as an MOT and service centre at Unit 1, 51 Algors Way. Okay, documents. So we've got covering letter. In order to meet government requirements to carry out MOTs, the client needs to increase the floor area of the building slightly. Please therefore find attached a planning application along with the following amended plans detailing the changes to varied planning conditions. The change to the design, see the length of the building increase slightly. Okay. So it's a fairly large plot already, isn't it? Sorry, it's the wrong way around, but I can't change it. Okay, let's have a look at the conditions then. So it's conditions 3 and 6 they want to vary.
It's a 2018 application, Ben, isn't it?
Yeah.
252 of 2018. That will give you the conditions.
It says it's yeah, okay. What was the number? So
It's F/YR18.
0252/FDL. Okay, let me have a look. Bear with me a second while I get this up. F/18/0252/FDL. So it should be on the application, shouldn't they? Application
Should be on decision notice.
Decision notice, that's the one. Decision notice. Okay, so it's conditions 3 and 6. So 3 is the development permitted by the Planning Commission shall be carried out in accordance with the approved flood risk assessment undertaken by Jeff Beale Consultancy. The finished floor level of the office shall be set no lower than 300 millimetres above existing ground level. The mitigation measures shall be fully implemented prior to occupation. The reason for this is to reduce the risk of flooding to the proposed development and future occupants in accordance with policies LP14 and LP16 of the Fenland Local Plan. And 6 is development hereby permitted shall be carried out in accordance with the following approved plans and documents. And the reason for that is for the avoidance of doubt and in the interest of proper planning.
So I think as I read it, Chairman, is that they need to amend the plans so they can accord with MOT regulations, and obviously they then need to get the documentation in order to cover that.
Yeah. To be honest, I am, if the consultancy has done a flood risk assessment and said that the building should be set no lower than 300 millimetres above existing ground level, I am cautious of waving that condition away. Because if a professional has advised that it should be built at that level to protect against flooding, I don't think it's a good idea to remove that condition from planning, to be honest. Yeah, that's the only one that I have a bit of an issue with, is that they've been advised that it has to for safety, for flood safety, but they obviously want to set it a bit lower than that. And I don't think that's a good idea, unless anybody else. And again, it's part of the local plan, isn't it? It's accordance with policies LP14 and LP16 to mitigate risk of flooding. So I don't know what everybody else thinks, but
I've got my own opinions about them, the floodplains 1, 2, and 3, and how they deal with them. But when was the last time it flooded out Sander Road? Weasenham Lane, Algore's Way. I mean, does it flood out there? I can't remember it flooding out there in my lifetime.
Don't jinx it.
But I mean, I've got no problems with it. But like you say, if that's what they've come up with,
yeah. I mean, I personally would be quite surprised if it did flood there. But if that's what a professional consultant has laid out, then who am I to question it? So I think, to be honest, I think we can't. I don't think we can support that, because I think somebody's laid out very clearly that those need to be in place as part of a flood risk assessment. So unless anybody feels any differently, I would be in favour of saying no to that one.
Is that the view of everyone?
Anyone feel any differently, or?
Well, I like I say, I'm not against it all. I mean, but to me, I mean, it's just moving the garage down there, and I mean that like you say, you've got an expert come up with that. But like I say, when was the last time it flooded down there? I got.
So, Billy? Are you supporting the variation of condition, or?
Well, I'm not. I just. Well, I'll go over there. I don't want to go against you all, but I just have a problem with this floodplain 1, 2, and 3, and But
See, I'm on the fence because, again, I don't have any problem with it either. I've got no problem with the application. It's just what's been laid out by the flood risk assessment.
And actually, it says, Chairman, a variation of condition, not removal. I just wonder if in their application they're suggesting a
variation.
different condition.
So that's decision notice. Let's have a look.
You want the 2020 application now, Ben, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, miles away. I've got so many tabs open, I can't keep track. Application form. Yeah, it depends on how much they're
suggesting a replacement condition.
I mean, is it going to sit that much higher than everything else around there? Is that what they want?
I think they're just talking about a bigger floor area, aren't they? And obviously, therefore, their previous plans that were approved need to be modified to show the bigger floor area. Might not affect levels at all.
It just says they need to increase the floor area of the building to meet DOT requirement for MOCs.
So submitting new plans, which will then be reflected in decision notes as opposed to the old plans.
To be honest, I'm 50-50 on this one. So whatever members want to go with. So Billy, you're in favour of variation then?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. As long as if they do what they want them to do, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, David.
A little bit confusing, isn't it? Because I mean,
yeah,
it's not in the application. It says conditions removal. It's not actually a removal, is it? It's actually an amendment, from what I can read there, to the original plan.
Yeah.
In which case, I mean, as long as they adhere to the report, I don't mind if they have a bigger space.
No, neither do I.
No. If everyone's happy, then we can support that. It's not the most straightforward application
very
I've ever
clear, is
seen.
it?
No, that's the thing. It's caught me off guard a bit. If everyone's happy with that, then yeah, absolutely, we'll go for that then. Okay. Get rid of all these. Okay, the next one is formation of a new access and erection of 2 meters high concrete post and chain link fence at 4 to 5 Evergreen Venture Park, Barton Road, Wisbech. Okay. Application form. Okay. So we've got the existing on the left. I want a 5 meter access, concrete access across here. It's just sealed. Okay, I want to propose the 2 meter concrete post and chain link, which matches the existing, and a 5 meter wide concrete access. And also looks, I'm going to add some more car parking spaces.
They want to put an in and out, don't they?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, in and out, and a few more spaces. I don't really see a problem with that. To be honest, I think it would probably ease any traffic. I mean, there's not much traffic on Barton Road anyway at the best of times, but I can't see any reasons to object to it. And if anything, it'll just make the traffic a bit more fluid with an in and out system. So unless anybody else has any objections to that, I'm fine with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got no issues with that one.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Right. Okay. Right. The next one is works to 2 sycamore trees covered by TPO at 35 Fenman Place, Wisbech. That's Why does they have any trees there? Because it's only a new build development, that isn't it? Site plan.
So we're TPO'd in 2006. So.
Oh, there we go. We've got a picture of a drawing. So the sycamore trees number 1 and 2, 35 Fenman Place. So it looks like they're existing from here. So I want to do application form. Okay, so no conservation area. No damage to property. It's not a badly conditioned tree. I want to reduce the overall height by approximately 5 meters, reduce the lateral spread to 3.5 to 4 meters all around. Final cuts back to live growth, thin crown, ensuring even distribution of foliage along branches. Works required to reduce excessive shading to family living areas and garden. As long as the tree man is happy, I'm happy. Yeah, I haven't got any problems with that. As long as the tree man is satisfied, I am. Okay. I think we're in agreement with that one, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Tree man knows best.
Okay, so this one is to erect one dwelling outline application with all matters reserved, land northeast of 16 Colville Road, Wisbeach. What I'll do for this one, I will shut up because I can't really leave the meeting, can I? So I just won't offer any comments on it. So we have some public comments. Lots of public comments. We'll ignore the public comment from Mum. Okay, access is only possible along the track from the corner of Trafford Road, Trafford Park. The application is described as infill. It is clearly not, as the only other buildings which are adjacent to the track are garages or garden buildings. It would seem to be backfill. There are no utilities serving the site, and there have already been additions to the wastewater capacity for Trafford Park. Parking problems in the area are well known and often associated with the 2 schools at the end of Trafford Park. I have issues with bin collection, whether that's regularly our bats fly. I don't know where they roost. Concerns about wildlife. Allowing this application could set a precedent for building in an open area, which is facilitated for residents to access their gardens and garages. Again, we've got another objection based on traffic and HMOs on there. It's a one-way street with already far too much traffic, because obviously it goes down to the school and ends at the school. It would affect the right-of-way to properties of number 10, 15, plus 18, 19. There's no gas, electric, water, or sewage to the right-of-way. Some of these aren't necessarily planning concerns. No thoughts of the safety of the children who attend the local school. Okay. So the overall problem with it seems to be overdevelopment and concerns about traffic and parking. Yeah, they claim overdevelopment and traffic issues. Serious problem in this area with traffic and parking. Okay. So that's the overarching theme, is problems with traffic and parking. So the site photos, drawing location, site plans. So this is what it currently looks like now. That's my garden fence. So yeah, there's not much there at the moment. The land is mostly used for garages and stuff at the back of the houses on Colville Road. That's my bedroom window up there.
Too much detail.
So it's just vacant land at the moment, I think.
Can we actually see the site plan, Ben?
Yes, here it is. Okay, so it's the back. So it's 16, but it also covers kind of the back of 17 here. Let's see, yeah. So I've got some parking bays there. Let's see. Got that. So it looks like it's just a single floor bungalow of sorts. Okay. Okay. So the design and access statement is that it is in keeping. Doesn't in terms of its size of features, surrounding properties, etc. And that's that there. I think that's all we need to see really. So yeah, I'll leave it over to you. Let me see if I can flip this, make it. I don't think I can. Oh, I can. There you go. Right. Comments, complaints, all sorts.
Certainly overdevelopment as far as I can see. Looking at that, it could set a precedent for the rest of that lane. If everybody decides to sell off their back gardens the same way, I presume they could all be accessed by that small lane there, which is not a proper road, is it? It's
it's a very narrow track, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you say, I mean, everybody could cut the gardens in half. And
yeah, you set a precedent for it down that road, wouldn't you? And the road is busy. I mean, when the schools are on in the afternoon and the mornings, it is a busy road, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's overdevelopment. I do.
okay, so
Are there other bungalows in that area, Ben?
Well, the thing, all this down here, as far as I know, for at least 10 doors down, at the back it's just gardens, and then this lane back here is purely garages, as far as I know. Certainly for at least 5 doors down, there's nothing similar to that. So it's kind of, there is just a row of houses and gardens, and then this is kind of just going to be just stuck in there. So it's going to be the only one on the road as far as I know. Well, actually, the plan I can see up here, can't I? So everything there. So it's the track all the way to the back, and then everything else down here. All these are just garden. So there's nothing similar. And then over here you've got a few houses, but no, that's the only one. If it goes through, that'll be the only one there.
So it could also be out of keeping, couldn't it, with the surroundings?
Well, I was just thinking, I mean, it's a bungalow amongst 2-story buildings, so it's not actually in keeping, as the statement said. So I would say that it's overdevelopment, not in keeping with the area, and concerns would be that it set a precedent.
Yeah, I'll go along with that, David. It's another case of overdevelopment, isn't it? I mean, if you've got a big garden, if you can get building on it, I mean, yeah, I don't like it. Set a precedent. Everybody get their heads together and they can put building right across the back there, couldn't they? And then and to me, it's just overdevelopment of it, and not in keeping. I don't like it. That's just my opinion.
So what I'm hearing is object on the basis of overdevelopment of the site, set a precedent for similar development along further along to the rear of Colville Road, and also the proposal is not in keeping with surrounding development in the area.
Yep.
Or words to that effect.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, we'll note that down. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. I know that there were other people down the road who were approached to sell just like cut off half their garden, and so they could put more in, but I don't think many people went with it. Right, last one of the evening is work. Have we already done that? Oh no, it's another one.
That's
Works to 2 sycamore trees covered by TPO, 2 doors down at 33 Fenland Place. So I presume it's just going to be the same row of trees, isn't it? That have been planted.
2 more trees, I imagine.
same drawing with 33 instead of 35 on it.
Yeah, yeah. Again, the tree man's happy. I'm happy. It's because they are quite big down there. I know the ones they're talking about now when it comes to things.
So there's correspondence on that one from the tree officer. I see.
Oh, is there?
Oh, I'm blind. Thank God I have my members here to carry me through this. Yeah, so these are the comments I read out earlier. This is just what they want to do with it.
Yeah.
Tree officers, I think that's what the tree officer's recommending actually, is to do that.
Well, that's his recommendation. Then I think.
Yeah, we're not losing anything. I mean, they're trimming it, but they're not taking it out, which is. So again, I don't have any problems with that. If everyone else is happy.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. We're all done for the evening then.
Oh, indeed.
Lovely.
Lovely. Thank you for all turning up, chaps.
Hold on, Ben.
Thanks very much,
Cheers,
Ben.
Billy.
Night all.
See you in
Good
2 weeks. Take care, everyone.
Goodbye.